Now, as soon as this morning, Texas Congressman Al Green could be the 28th representative ever to be censured. By now, everyone's seen the video and pictures of Green being escorted out after shaking his cane at President Trump and shouting during his joint address to Congress. House Republicans wasted no time moving to censure the congressman, calling his outburst a breach of proper conduct. NewsNation's Xavier Walton has more this morning. So, Xavier, what's Representative Green saying about his actions the other night?
Markie, good morning. Talk about fireworks in March, right? Well, Representative Al Green, not mincing words ahead of his censure vote here in just a few hours. On the House floor Wednesday, he said he would do it again. Take a listen.
I stood up for my constituents then. I'm standing up for my constituents now. This is a matter of principle. This is a matter of conscience on some issues, that are matters of conscience. It is better to stand alone than not stand at all. This is where I stand.
So we have seen these images of the Texas congressman waving his cane and shouting at President Trump during his joint address to Congress. Green says he was yelling at the president that he didn't have a mandate to cut Medicaid, a program on the DOJ chopping block, and something he says many of his constituents desperately need. Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse introduced the censure to the House, writing on X, "The sheer disregard for decorum during the president's address for my colleague is simply unacceptable." So the censure vote scheduled for later today, Markie. If the resolution passes, Green doesn't get removed from Congress or anything like that. It's more of a public reprimanding of his behavior. He'll have to stand in front of the House as the resolution is read, Markie.
And Xavier, the congressman's actions aren't just being condemned by Republicans, right? I mean, what are Democrats also saying?
That is, Markie, that is absolutely correct. It feels like both sides are kind of coming for him. And the side of the Democrats saying that his interruption was counterproductive. The party as a whole pointing fingers at each other about how to show their opposition to the Trump administration, with the senior House Democrat telling Axios, quote, "Everyone is mad at everyone." We saw some other Dems holding up signs, slamming DOJ, some color coordinated their outfits. Others refused to stand or clap during most of the speech. But Democratic strategists are telling our partners at the Hill that they are furious, arguing that these actions all fell flat. Again, this was Tuesday night. Senator John Fetterman said his party's protests only made Trump look more presidential, saying that he doesn't think this is a winning message. And here's the thing, Markie, the party's split between progressives and moderates that aren't seeing eye to eye on what their messaging should be right now. And some House Dems aren't necessarily ruling out voting in favor of the censure against their own Congressman Al Green, Markie.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.